This mower is just bloody brilliant. I love this thing. It is fantastic. It just works. You know, other than when you break off a rock guard and start taking stuff apart and have no idea what you're doing because you've never changed a sickle section before today. It just plain works. I have mowed... Oh, I suck at math. Almost exactly 100 acres. By the time I get this hay down, and I'm not going to try to guesstimate how much of this field I've done, but we're, I don't know, a third of the way through this property, if I had to guess. Maybe not quite. It'll be about 100 acres, almost exactly 100 acres knocked down with this thing. And so far, so good. I really haven't had any problems with it. I've plugged it occasionally, going through that wire grass. I talked about that. The reel stopped turning on it yesterday because the tension was too loose. So, you know, big deal, 5-10 minute repair. But generally speaking, the son of a gun just plain works. And that's amazing. That is the single most valuable thing in a piece of farm equipment, in my opinion. And it's also the hardest to find because especially if you're buying used stuff, no one takes care of anything. There are no exceptions. It just doesn't happen. So you're kind of always buying problems to some extent. But this, there weren't that many problems with it, just a bunch of little stuff. And hopefully, saying my prayers here that this thing keeps going, hopefully it just keeps going. But, you know, I can cut it almost 5 miles an hour with this. And honestly, a lot of those guards are kind of questionable. They get wallered out by the sickles going back and forth a bazillion times. So a lot of those are pretty questionable. And other than the, I don't know, maybe 5 now that earlier Mechanic Steve and today I put on this thing, all those sickle sections are pretty old. And still, to push almost 5 miles an hour, like 540 RPMs on the tractor PTO is like 4.7 miles an hour in the gear that I'm in. And it seems like a really good speed. I got no complaints, man. This thing is awesome. I'm probably going to regret saying that. I hope I get through the rest of this. But since I've spent basically 5 hours running around and jacking with this thing, I'm going to eat some dinner as I'm mowing. I was planning to stop. And eat, but, you know, in light of the aforementioned, I think I'll just drop a gear or two and attempt to eat. This could be kind of messy, but I'm already a mess, so whatever.